Welcome to this rapid revision explainer. If you're gearing up for those upcoming competitive exams, you are in exactly the right place. Think of this session as your high-speed, high-yield masterclass. We're going to sprint through the absolutely critical, heavily tested current affairs of 2026 and returning those complex updates into highly memorizable, bite-sized facts. So grab your mental notebooks, get focused, and let's get right into it. Are you ready to secure those 10 extra marks? You know, the ones that actually make the difference between a good attempt and a guaranteed selection? Today, we're strictly following the one-liner first rule. That means we're breaking down massive, bulky policies and reports into single, punchy lines designed for maximum retention. When you're sitting there in the exam hall, these are the exact facts that are going to flash in your mind. Here's our sprint for today. We'll kick off with environment and wildlife conservation, then hit science, technology, and defense, move into national policies and PACs, do a rapid-fire round of GI tags, and finally wrap up with a final exam checkpoint.
All right, let's hit Section 1, Environment and Wildlife Conservation.
Okay, let's dive into this massive legal and environmental update. The Supreme Court just mandated an absolute, zero exceptions ban on mining in the Aravalli Hills. I want you to think of the Aravalli Range as this unbreakable, protective shield for the lungs of Delhi NCR. Literally, it blocks desertification and sustains all the local biodiversity. The court essentially recognized that without the shield, the whole region is looking at severe ecological threats. Now, here is exactly what you need to memorize for the exam. The complete ban kicks in on December 29, 2025. It applies uniformly, strictly up to the National Capital Region. And here's the kicker for your geography matching questions. This directly protects the highest peak of the Aravallis, Guru Shikhar, which stands exactly at 1,722 meters. Seriously, lock that number in your brain right now, 1,722 meters.
Moving on to wildlife, let's talk about the dugong. The absolute crucial point you need to know here is its distinct biological classification. It's the only purely herbivorous marine mammal out there, which means its survival is totally 100% tied to seagrass meadows. Now, you know objective exams absolutely love to set traps with species characteristics, right? So remember, purely herbivorous. Also, geography check, India's dedicated conservation reserve for them is proposed in Palk Bay, Tamil Nadu.
Next up, this table brilliantly illustrates the brand new DNA-based All-India Elephant Estimation. As you can see, Karnataka is leading the nation with 6,013 elephants, comfortably sitting ahead of Assam in second place with 4,159. Now, because this new DNA-based methodology is so highly accurate, examiners are going to love testing you on this. It's incredibly relevant for your upcoming exams. All right, time for a quick active recall check. Let's see if you can anticipate the examiner's next move. We just saw the top states, but based on this latest census, which specific geographic region holds the highest sector-wise elephant population? Take a second and think about it.
The answer is the Western Ghats, boasting a massive 11,934 elephants. This regional data, it's just as important as the statewide data, especially if you're sitting for State Public Service Commission exams. Knowing both the top state, Karnataka, and the top region, the Western Ghats, is going to give you a really comprehensive edge over the competition.
Okay, let's shift gears. Section 2, Science, Technology, and Defense. We're starting off with a phenomenal technological leap. To completely demystify supercomputing, I just want you to think of the newly inaugurated Param Rudra supercomputer as 10,000 brilliant scientists all working in perfect lightning-fast sync. It's built to handle complex data processing that would honestly take traditional computers multiple lifetimes to finish.
Let's hit the hard facts. Param Rudra was inaugurated at IIT Patna, and definitely make a note of that. That location detail is highly testable. It operates under the National Supercomputing Mission, and its actual real-world application, massively boosting weather modeling, heavy data analysis, and advanced scientific simulations.
Now, I want you to focus on this single number, 3. What does it represent? Well, according to the newly released World Directory of Modern Military Aircraft, the Indian Air Force has secured the global ranking of number 3. Yep, that makes it the third strongest Air Force in the entire world. It's an incredibly proud milestone, and for sure, a highly testable defense fact.
Let's throw out another rapid-fire active recall question just to keep you sharp. You might have actually seen this in the news recently. What exactly is Dhruv 64, which was just developed by CDAC, the Center for Development of Advanced Computing? It is India's very first indigenous 64-bit dual-core microprocessor. The absolute key word you must remember here is indigenous. Whenever you see a question pop up about self-reliance in cutting-edge tech hardware, Dhru 64 is your standout answer for this exam cycle. Moving right along to Section 3, National Policies and Pacts. First up in this section is the Comprehensive Free Trade Agreement between India and New Zealand. To put it super simply, this FTA is like a VIP express lane. It's specifically tailored to boost service sector mobility, meaning it's going to be remarkably easier for Indian IT professionals and students to work and study over in New Zealand, complete with extended visa durations. But you know what's really fascinating about this agreement? It's what was actually left out. While our services got a massive boost, India heavily prioritized domestic farmers by completely excluding dairy and agricultural products from any tariff cuts. So New Zealand gets absolutely zero tariff concessions on dairy, perfectly protecting the Indian agricultural backbone. Mark my words, that exception is exactly what examiners are going to try to trick you on.
Let's look at another vital number for your economics section, 100%. Under the newly passed 2025 Amendment Bill, the foreign direct investment, or FDI limit, in the insurance sector has been hiked all the way up to 100%. This is a huge, groundbreaking leap aimed at increasing insurance penetration and bringing some massive foreign capital directly into the Indian market.
Get ready. Section 4, Rapid-Fire GI Tags.
Let's rapidly contrast two highly significant textile GI tags that were awarded recently. On one side, we've got Panduro Khadi. Lock in its geographic association right now. It belongs to Andhra Pradesh. On the flip side, we have the Vorayor cotton sari, and this one belongs to Tamil Nadu. Just visualize this split screen in your head. Panduro goes with Andhra Pradesh, and Vorayor goes with Tamil Nadu. Got it? Awesome. And finally, Section 5, Final Exam Checkpoint. Wow, you've made it to the end of this marathon explainer. So, bringing us full circle back to the very first topic we covered today. What is the exact height of Guru Shikhar, the highest peak protected by the Supreme Court's recent Aravalli mining ban? I literally told you earlier to lock this number in your brain. Do you remember it? The exact height is 1,722 meters. If you got that right, you are totally on the perfect track. Remember, the key to conquering these competitive exams isn't just passively reading. It's active revision and building a structural understanding, which is exactly what we just did here. So, will you secure those extra 10 marks on your big day? With this kind of laser-focused revision? Absolutely. Keep reviewing those notes, stay sharp, and I will see you in the next explainer.